in Daniel Freeman Hospital, undergoing about 10 major operations. About the third day, I got a script saying, Stan, that's my character. You saw Martin, right? Stan sells the radio station and moves to China. Now, Sam, does that mean I'm no longer in the fucking show?
Yeah, I don't think they do episodes in China. Stan was in the UP.
Right, right. And just about ever talking to me or calling and say, hey, bro, nothing, right? So I felt, that I at least deserved a phone call. But here's why I didn't feel depressed. Because I'd already been brought back from what I thought was the dead. So I'm feeling really, really, really great, blessed, lucky, all of that, And I was despite all the pain, I was in a euphoric kind of a feeling because I felt like I had been given a little bit more time, right? After having gone through what should have killed anybody else, here I was alive. So this, what would have been a really depressing thing, didn't bother me at all in terms of my esteem. My esteem was still high and it remains high. But yes, my man did do that. And like I say, I respect he's a gifted comedian. But and later on I found out that he was, he needed to be taking his medicine. So I'm gonna give him, the benefit of the doubt that was a period when he hadn't taken it.
Did you feel betrayed though by the fact that they would fire you when you were in such a precarious situation, pretty much fighting?
I felt a little bit of that, yeah, because whatever was going down, if you produced the show, you had the right to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But 3 years I had never had any argument with him ever, so I had no understanding as to why. And I thought I'd been contributing to the show because I was getting my fan mails too, right? So for me, the cast was great. Tisha was great. Sheena was great. My man who died, Tommy, great. Carl Payne, great. And Martin, is a gifted comedian. So as someone who has been given that mantle, although I don't think I am that, I'm an actor who was in a show a long time ago, and they started calling me funny. Like I tell you, my ex-wife would tell me all the time, nigga, you ain't funny, That's why she's my ex.
So Martin you did get brought back on a cameo. I think it was that Reynolds Spoons episode when y'all brought that restaurant together. Did you and Martin have a conversation where he apologized? How did that come about?
No, we never had a conversation. And like I said, you got a right to do whatever you want with your show, but I think some kind of way you do it is, and as someone who has made a lot of mistakes in my life, I'm not, forgiveness is way beyond that. I don't feel anything about it. He's cool with me. Like I said, he's a comedy genius. I just think he should have taken his medicine that time. That's all.
Wow. Well, you did get the transition very well. I didn't know about the story. I heard about it maybe a couple months ago, actually, that you were fighting for your life while you were dealing with that, even though I was a fan of the show for 20 years now. You transitioned to another iconic role, Junior King, the uncle of Jamie King.
Yeah, that's another genius. Yeah. This motherfucker plays the organ. He plays the piano. He sings. He composes. He arranges. Leave a job for somebody else. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that was like a beautiful run, except the last year they changed the whole thing where he was a jingles writer. Yeah. So me and Ellen and we weren't used. Now we got paid. I ain't got no problem with that, although, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm at home getting a check. But I missed it because I really liked working with Jamie. He's one of those people who would send sets, he would do jokes, Mm-hmm. And sometimes I wouldn't even go to the restaurant. Again, since people gave me that mantle of comedian, and when I saw somebody I considered to be a real one, like Martin, like Jamie, I would just watch, and it's done me a lot of good. Lunell, when she performed at my club, I just watch it, Mm-hmm. And I found out the great comedians, not that many of that, they just have a conversation with the audience, basically. and something's gonna come up that's funny, you know. At least I learned. That's one thing I learned from Linnell,
Take
and from Dave Chappelle. Not
you
that
went
I've
to,
learned it to do it. No, I never had the pleasure or the honor.
right.
Boy, would I love to work with his ass.
Yeah, he's an animal.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Did you see he did the thing he did?
Yeah, 8 minutes.
8:46.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Genius, man. I said, damn, bro. How can you get up here? People are expecting you to make them laugh. You don't. And they stand up when you leave.
I still feel little slick jabs here and there and make you crack up just a little bit.
Yeah, he did do that. He did do that. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to talk. Let's reminisce a little bit. Let's go back even pre all of the shows that we grew up loving. Saturday Night Live. You're one of the pioneers, black pioneers in Saturday Night Live on NBC. Talk about your experience there and talk about NBC, if you don't mind.
Well, man, when I was hanging out at the New Garden Summer Company, I wasn't a member, but me and a friend of mine named Oz Scott, you may know him because he's the director of that hit show Black Lightning.
Okay, on Netflix.
He's a producer of that, right? Okay. And he's a Tony Award winner. He sort of way back there when he did a thing called for colored girls who have considered suicide, right? Well, he and I used to hang out together. And on this particular day, he and I smoking joints in my apartment. And I'm telling him how I'm going to this, to NBC. They want to see a play I wrote, because I've written a play called The Secret Place, which Bill Duke directed. You know Bill Duke?
Yes.
Bill Duke and I did it. And so I took Lorne Michaels, the play, because Lorne was looking for a writer, right? So I took him to play, and he hired me as a writer, right? But, although I thought it would not be as hard as all that, it was hard for me to come down from writing for 2 hours, which, if you're a playwright, you can just stretch out whatever. You can, you're writing for 2 acts, maybe 3. At Saturday Night Live, you're trying to write for 30 seconds, a minute and a half, something like that. And I was having trouble getting that together, right? And finally, I did come up with an idea, which came out of the play, right? In the play, which is about a black cop who infiltrates a group like the Black Panthers. This group was called the Young Lions, right? This guy causes the death of one of the members of the group when he's working as an undercover cop. And so I thought, what was that guy going through? What was he going through? Oh, this black cop. So I wrote that play. It was a hit a couple of times on Off-Broadway. And that's the play I brought to Lorne Michaels. In the play, there's a part at where the Young Lions are making a joke about how when they're trying to collect money, it's better that they have white people in the group. Because if you're trying to collect money just from the black people, right, as opposed from a group that has a lot of white people, you ain't gonna get many pennies, right? So we're making a joke how white people feel guilty, and because of that white guilt, we'll be giving up more money if you know how to set up your case, right? So I suddenly realized that I had the first thing that I could write. That is, I could write a thing about a white guilt relief fund. And it goes something like this. Hello, white people. I am the great, great, great grandson of, a great, great, great grandmother and father who were slaves. And, my great, great, great grandfather was beaten and whipped by a white slave owner. My great, great, great grandmother, she was raped by a white slave owner and beaten. And I know you white people feel guilty about that. But look here, you don't have to feel guilty. I'm going to relieve you of your guilt. And here's how I'm going to do it. Send me some money, right? And send me, and I had to, whether it would send the money to NBC, and if you send me before July the 4th, we make him an honorary Negro.
Mm.
Anyway, the play itself was what got me into Saturday Night Live, and in terms of that being the piece that I was going to do, when I went back to the office that evening, I found out that somebody had already heard about the idea, heard me talking about it, and had someone that was going to make it out for themselves.
Mm.
Yeah, so I got angry about that. And the next day, talking about the karate, right? You're taught not to even deal with karate unless it's for defense. But the next day, I was prepared to go to the office, and I was going to confront this guy who stole it, even though I knew that this guy was a wrestling champ. He went to Harvard, and he was a wrestling champ. Sure enough, when I go in the next day, somebody meets me and says, "Hey, Lord Backus wants to see you in the green room." And I go into the green room, and Lorne and them are looking at a movie I did called Cooley High.